Hello, it's Wednesday. You know what Wednesday is? I figured I'd jump in a little early to get something off my chest. For those that don't know what Wednesday is, it's thumbnail livestream day. And in the description, you can find two different links. One is to gaming channels and one is to non-gaming channels. And you just click on which one applies to you and you put in a video link. Send me your video. And then that's the thumbnail I'm going to check out. Because if you send me your channel, like I always say, banned. Lifetime ban. Anyway, yeah, feeling blue today. Yeah, I was just using the green screen earlier, and I didn't want to turn off the lights completely because it's like kind of creepy how weird this like one light looks. It's just like one, I don't know, it's just weird without something behind me, so yeah. I mean, I guess I could start throwing the green screen in. Actually, you know what? That doesn't look too bad. I'll leave it like that. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going down. Yeah, like I said, I figured I'd do something a little early because I want to get something off my chest. I have to rant about something, and guys, just go with me here. So I was on Twitter earlier, and I saw this post. Let me just show you what the post is first, and you can see how annoying it is already. But YouTube Shorts hidden ATM machine, just 15 days, 11.7 million views, $16,000 in revenue, 64,000, and they claim it's all from Shorts. Okay, now some of you might know, some of you might not, but my channel started going viral, and I have like 20 million view shorts and stuff like that on my personal channel. And so I knew that they were lying. Immediately, they said, comment short and I'll send you the whatever, right? And I knew that they were lying, and so I sent them this. Let me see if I can bring this image up. I said, there's absolutely no way you're getting 144 RPM on shorts, which is $1.44 every 1,000 views. Because I get 25 cents, right? And so I sent this picture. This is what one of my videos looks like. 12 million views, 1,337, right? They claimed 11 million views, $16,000. So I knew that they were lying. And sure enough, as soon as I called them out, this is what happened. The reply was hidden, right? And so, like, look, I don't have anything against AI and making your whatever with it, but don't lie to people, at least. I mean, I have an animosity towards crap content, right? If AI can make amazing content and make me feel stuff, sure, but this is just somebody trying to scam others. And so I got caught in the middle here, like, okay, do I care enough that they're lying, or should I just let these people that want to create crap content just to make money, like, fall into it anyway? Like, it's just a very weird spot to be in. But anyway, I tried to call them out, and it didn't work, because apparently you can just hide stuff. Hide the truth, right? So the Twitter name was HANIAAI12, if y'all want to go find them. I'm not saying to do that, but that's what it is, because they out there scamming. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to rant about that because I was like, they could just hide it. And there were like 67,000 comments saying, hey, shorts. And basically what they do is they send a link, and then like get them to sign up for their email list. They say it's free, but it's never really free. You know how it is. But anyway, like, that's just lying, okay? Anyway, not cool. Not cool at all. So, yeah, we started so I could rant for a minute. Now let's get into the work. I have an announcement, but I will wait till later. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into the Twitter contest winner. I got that sent to me earlier. That's usually how we start these things. Somebody, but every week we have this Twitter contest. People submit, and then whoever gets the most likes, they get sent to here. And by here, I mean on this live stream. So I guess this person has been submitting for a while, and they finally got enough clout to get picked. So let's take a look at this. I thought that was Britney Spears for a second. Okay, so can you guys see the screen? Yes. Okay. Let me know if the music's too loud. I'm jamming. I've been jamming. So her last text wasn't from her. Okay, last text. I'm okay. All right. I don't mind this so much. Some of you might say AI. It might be, but it also just might be like a crap load of noise reduction, because that's like the Mr. Beast kind of like soft skin filter type thing you can do in Photoshop. Either way, it looks like the guy. It is what it is. It doesn't hit me as like this whole thing was made with AI, and like that's cool, right? I think it's cool that they actually put some effort into this, even if they did, which I don't think they did. But anyway, so it looks like this text part would probably be the most powerful, in my opinion. What I would do is I'd probably, I don't know if it's so important to show her face in this. I think but it's also not very important to show your face either. Let me take a look at the channel real quick, because if you're doing like true crime, horror stories, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at something real quick, because there is Mr. Ballin, but he is so big that when you see him, you know him, right? Mr. Ballin. These are his thumbnails. Very similar. Look, guys, I gotta be honest, Mr. Ballin's thumbnails aren't very great. There's so much going on in them, and it's kind of hard to know exactly what to look at. So I wouldn't even base yours off of his, because they're not very good. And he gets millions of views. It is what it is. Like, he makes more money than I do, but there's just too much going on, in my opinion. If I were starting, I actually wouldn't put myself in there, but do you. Just know that you are one element too many if you're in there. But let's go back to the thumbnail real quick. I would probably, if you kept you in it, you're on the left, I would keep the phone on the right, and it shows the text, and it says I'm okay, but then it has an arrow pointing at it, and it says not from her. Okay. You say last text twice in this thumbnail. You're like you're trying to hammer home an idea that can be done easily. So with the phone, her last text, and then you've got the image of her if you want to keep that, and it's pointing her last text pointing at the phone, and it shows the text. That's it. But oh no, wait, sorry. It says last text, and then it has the phone, and then it's pointing to her, and it says not from her instead. So like phone on top and where she is. I would just like really center the phone more than anything. Like make that the focus. Now you can kind of understand that why it's so difficult to have you in there too. But that's just my opinion. I think that her last text wasn't from her is a really powerful thing to have in your thumbnail. You just got a little too many elements. That said, it's not a bad thumbnail. I've absolutely seen worse, and I can understand this really easy. But what I can't understand is that this is a phone immediately. When I really look at it, I'm like, okay, it's a phone. I can see last text. But if I'm scrolling through on my phone, it looks like a Polaroid picture. Okay, so I'm just not getting phone. Yeah, so there's some repetition going on. Simplify if you can. That's what I would do. I can't believe I just said that I don't like Mr. Ballin's thumbnails, but I watch him all the time, and I just realized that his thumbnails aren't very good, in my opinion. Yeah. Man, even the glow around him I don't like. That's interesting. I mean, you can not like the way that somebody does something and still love their content. So, is what it is. I love Mr. Ballin too. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the submissions. That was a non-gaming, so we're gonna jump into the gaming responses first. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bow. Let's go ahead and get a random number. Number 28. Boom. Doop, boop, boop. Oh wait, that's not a video, is it? Nope. Sorry, you have to send a video link. On to the next one. It looked good too. Number 1. Wow. I wonder if Retired Gaming saw that I scrolled down and saw them and then wondered, oh man, I'm number 1. I'll probably never get picked. And then sure enough, you did. Ooh, okay. Fortnite's end of season event was insane. Death Star destroyed. All right, what a tough freaking niche to break into. End of season event. Okay. Immediately, I can't really see what's going on because of like the overwhelming pink and purple. I mean, it almost even covers up the characters in a way, just because the color is so dominant. I probably would have just picked a different picture in general. There's just so much going on. It's hard to immediately understand what's going on. After about 2 seconds or 3 seconds, you can pick it up. You're like, oh, okay, I get it. But that's not what we're doing with thumbnails. We want them to understand within the first second. And like, if I'm scrolling through and I see that, I just see a big blob of pink and purple. So yeah, that said, people just won't give it a chance. It's a fine thumbnail. It's got enough in it. I wouldn't put anything important in the bottom right, but yeah, it's the composition's great too. It's just tough to immediately understand. Let's take a look at the at what other people are doing real quick, and I'll point out why it wins. And if they just win because they're popular, I'll point that out too. Fortnite end of season event. I'll just type Star Wars. That one kills because of Peter Griffin. It's just like, so there's a dichotomy there where you don't expect to see him, and that is so good. Wow. What a really clever thumbnail. Okay. That one's up close, I guess. That one isn't really something that... Top 5 gaming, I don't really think that that's something to compete with. This one's really good, in my opinion, because you can clearly see the characters falling. You can see it, you know, you understand what's going on. That's a live thing, so let's see what else we got. Event, that's a time lapse, so I imagine that one's getting a lot of hits. Like, even this very first shot that they have, you can clearly see the character. There's like a lot of contrast of them falling. So if there's a way to have them falling into something that's less crazy colorful and you can actually see the characters more clear, I think it would help. That said, look at all these people competing with each other. Like, it is a very, very difficult thing for you to break into, okay? So if I were to jump into this niche, I would try to think of a way to get it from a different side, or invent some stakes, or like make my own challenge, like something to make it interesting. Death Star destroyed. You're just kind of, you know, you're just kind of doing what everybody else is doing, and you really want to stand out. Okay, hopefully that helped you a little bit. Yeah, it's so much going on. It's tough to see. Let's roll over to non-gaming. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. That was number 76. Okay, Crochet. This person said, my game isn't Fortnite or Roblox. Wow. That's impressive in a stream like this. Crocheting from my work in progress's jar. I think that's what that means. Whips jar. Inspo from Wonder Crochet. Okay, Wonder Crochet, I'm assuming is another channel. Or not. Blog. Okay. I had to get caught up here. Alright, so it kind of has the same vibe as this, which is interesting. Okay, first thing, this font. I know the crochet niche has fonts that I don't agree with, but this one is bad. I cannot read that. I mean, I can, but I can't when I'm like scrolling through on my phone. I would never be able to connect it. Also, the most powerful image you got right here is you holding this thing, because you can see like a finished product. An even more powerful image would be to show the process of crocheting. Okay, so you've got hands. Maybe it's like the camera in my glasses. Okay, if I could take a picture of my hands crocheting and then like have a finished product over top of that somehow, then that would be a great thumbnail. This jar thing is a different. It's like a different thing that you're doing, right? You're hitting this from a different angle, which I commend for sure. I applaud you for doing this. So if you're doing too many teenage slang words in the title, crocheting inspo, is that too many is whips slang, and inspo just means inspiration, right? I think. Yeah, somebody clear that up, because I might be wrong about the whips thing. But if it's not work in progress jar or whatever, then I'm old. But if the jar is super important, correct on both. Okay. Anyway, cool. Appreciate it. It didn't seem like slang, but inspo, I guess, might be slang. I don't know. I understood it. On the left, I would have the jar, and like maybe your hand picking in it and like holding a note or whatever, and then on the right side you see a finished product, and then people have to watch to see how it gets made. That's sort of like, you don't want to completely connect the dots, otherwise why watch the video? But yeah, this right here, this shot is more powerful than your thumbnail, because like people know what they're getting when they see this. I love the crochet, the yarn ball like in the foreground. It's very cool. This is an even better shot. That's an even better shot. Very, very cool. You just got to keep in mind that people, like, give them a preview of what you want them to see, right? Like if you're teaching them something, show that work in progress from the beginning to the end. That's all you gotta do. All right. This is too many elements, too many things going on. The little yarn balls not needed. Like just show real stuff and people will click. Go look at another crochet channel and like really pay attention to what they're showing. Okay. Look, hands crocheting. Like that's like finished product. Hands crocheting. Yeah, like, yeah, you get it. All right. Back to gaming. 28. Number 28. Hey, I think they got a second chance. I'm pretty sure this was the person that sent their channel in, but now they sent, yeah, hey, you got it. What are the odds of that? That's great. I was hoping that you would get a second chance, because like it's not often you get a RuneScape channel. And I wanted to see your other thumbnails anyway. So spin wheel decides what I do. Very cool. Ernest the chicken. Nice little story there. Doric's quest. Okay. Let me think here. Okay. First, you might need to like show the adventure of the chicken or something a little bit in your intro. I'm not listening to it, but just seeing that there's 15 seconds of one shot where the dude is just like charactering. I don't know what you call that. He's idling. Yeah, that's... You might want to show a little more going on. Like, give them a little preview, okay? Because people click off. They're just like, first 10, 15 seconds, if nothing happens, they got other stuff to do. Ernest the Chicken Hurt My Brain, old school. I'm not so sure that Hurt My Brain is super interesting, but I feel like people would be super interested in, like, the adventures of a chicken in RuneScape or whatever. Just telling your stories through RuneScape would be really, really fun, in my opinion. That said, your thumbnail, which is what we're doing here, I think it's fine. You're circling the chicken. It's the circle. Okay, cool. Ernest the Chicken. There's just not a whole lot about it that makes me curious enough to click, besides the fact that it's RuneScape. So if you could just get a little more curiosity out of it, I think you might do well. Okay, keep the same style though. The RuneScape is fine. Yeah, and yep. All right, that's all I got. I like the yellow text too. It really pops. It looks good on all of them. The best font, in my opinion, is the very first one you used. When you go to the Riffic, I think that's Riffic font, or maybe it's Marvin. I just don't like it as much. It seems too cartoony, but this one is your best thumbnail. All right, going back to non-gaming. Crisp carp catcher. Fishing trip vlogs. All right. Wow. Man. In the description, there are 2 links. One is for gaming, one is for non-gaming. All you gotta do is click and submit whatever one applies to you. Make sure you put a video link in there and you'll get randomly picked, possibly. And I'll take a look at that thumbnail specifically. If you put your channel link in there, I will not. Okay, Long Lake full underwater secrets. Coking farm, drained, exposed. Good lord, there is so much going on. I thought this was like a fishing vlog. Dude, even this screen, I don't know what to look at first. You gotta, like, it's not a style choice, okay? It might feel like a style choice, but it's just like, this isn't how humans observe things. There's just too much going on. Like, here. All right, my eyes are center on you, possibly. All right, my eyes are center right here, and then where's it? What am I looking for? What am I going at? Okay, 7 seconds. I'm already having an uncomfortable experience. I'm not sticking around. It's just like, yeah. And besides, you're asking people to, you're putting a CTA at the beginning of your video. You haven't given me anything in the video to make me want to do that. I'm definitely not, I'm not sticking around because of all that, but even if I was, I wouldn't comment or like or subscribe or anything until after you've given me some sort of value or entertainment. So yeah, don't do that in the beginning. Smash like if you'd fish. Yeah. It's just, it's amateurish. Like, it's what people used to do. And then, oh man, the white, yeah, don't do that either. Honestly, there was just so many things that I would just leave already. Now, here's what I would do instead. I'd just be genuine with what you're doing. You're doing fishing vlogs. Show me that stuff. Don't, I'm assuming that I was talking about somebody else, which is fine. Yeah, don't, you're overdoing it with all this other stuff. Like, goodness, man. Dude, just on your next video, just do the vlog. Use 0 transitions, okay? No effects, nothing, no transitions, just cut from one scene to the other, hard cut when you're done talking, and watch how much better that will perform. People want an authentic experience. You don't need to try to entertain them. You're already entertaining, okay? Now take that advice and apply it to your thumbnail. I would never click this, but if it was you fishing in a lake, then I'd click it. If it was this authentic experience that I'm gonna get out of a vlog, I would click it. But this, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to look. It's just too many things to even begin. Yeah. So, like, dude, if you just, what is this peg stuff that pops up here? There's a subscribe. Man. Oh, that's how you're showing yeah. I'm sorry. It's just, anyway, if you had shown like a, man, I can't click on a spot that doesn't have something drawn on it or an effect over it. There's not a single place. There's too much going on, man. Goodness. Like, just an image like this would do better as your thumbnail, in my opinion. That's how I feel about that. But yeah, if you like look up fishing vlogs and see what they show, like it's a very simple, like understandable experience. What I would do. Yeah, like look, this is awesome. Dude's fishing, right? This guy's holding fish. Well, some of those are talking about products. But yeah, it's all very, very simple. Not overdone. Yeah, you get the idea. Hopefully that helped you a little bit. You can take my advice or you can not. It's fine. Like, it's just not my style, and I just try to speak from a general understanding of what an audience wants. Like, the general audience. There are niche audiences that I don't understand, and maybe you've hit one, but that's not the kind of advice I do. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Okay, I hope I at least helped you a little bit. Call Me Saber pasted the number 6 as their video URL. I apologize, but I can't go there. All right, going to number 31, which is right before that. Din's Meteorite. Echoes of Wisdom is the real Zelda's adventure with one big flaw. Oh my goodness, you know what? I think I might have to watch this. So, I haven't played Echoes of Wisdom, but I really, really want to. And I just needed to find a video to talk about it. It does look amazing. Okay, as for your thumbnail, this is a 51 times outlier if you take a look at the vidIQ tool. It's doing really well, but then it flatlined. Now, let's talk about flatlines real quick, because a lot of people don't get them, and it's tough to understand, but it's like the most asked question on Reddit, okay? Why do flatlines happen? When you upload a short, it flatlines at some point. It might get 1,000 views and then nothing, right? Or 10,000 views and then nothing. And the reason it happens is because YouTube is trying your video out on an audience. And the audience can respond in a way, and if it got 10,000 views, it means some of that audience liked it. But then it tried another audience and then it stopped, right? So YouTube will only give you a certain amount of impressions per video, and once your video flatlines, all it's waiting on is more videos, so it can try different audiences. When it finally finds an audience that works, that's when you get the viral content, and that's when you have like repeated views come back, right? And that's when you get more subscribers and all that. So this flat line right here is just like YouTube was like, okay, people are really enjoying this, I'm trying it out, but then it stopped at one point because it's like, all right, so here's some audience that enjoys this, but they're waiting on more. All right, so that's why that happened. I bet you if you gave a little more of a preview of the game rather than this drawing style, I think you might do a little better off. And like I said before, like, this is your style, so you can take that advice or not. But this this drawing thing, if the illustration mascot, I guess that's what you'd call it. If I were to go look for opinions about Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, I'm not looking for any fluff. I just want a human being to give me opinions on this game. And so that's exactly what I'll find probably. And if I see this thumbnail, I'm going to think it's animated or something. And so I'm not going to click it. Personally, that's how I would feel. I'd be like, I bet this is like some PNG YouTuber that is like, I'm just not interested in stuff like that as a 35-year-old man. Like, some people are, but that's just how I feel. It's done very well. It looks very good. I personally feel that it doesn't give an accurate preview of what you're covering in the content. That's how I feel. I would show more game stuff instead. Like this shot right here, I bet that would kill as a thumbnail. Beautiful thumbnail. All right, that's where I'm at with it. That's what I say. Non-gaming. Man, we're just blasting through them today. Jenny freaking Kim. Yeah, sorry, call me Saber. I can't remember what one it was. I can't go back either. It's just not fair. But submit again. It's fine. My tier list of female K-pop releases, part 1, 2025. Man, K-pop is so huge. Huge. Freaking, it's like Minecraft big. As far as YouTube niches go. All right, tier list 2025. I'm assuming this person's fairly famous. All I can really say about this is when you're doing tier list, showing the format of a tier list usually helps more than not showing it. So you know what a tier list looks like. Go look at any like super popular tier list. Actually, you know what? K-pop might be different. This might be one of those situations where I have no idea what I'm talking about, which does happen a lot. Let's take a look at K-pop tier list and see what they show. Okay, yeah, they're showing the tier list. Okay, so that's what performs when it comes to tier list. That's what I would do if I were you. All right, get that tier list format in there. All right, moving back to gaming. Crochet stuff. Oh no, I closed the non-gaming one. All right, number 77. Lane's Aviation. I'm not sure if that's a video or not. Nope. Sorry, dude. You did not submit a video link. You have to submit a video link for me to take a look at a thumbnail. All right. Moving on then. Number 49. Bonnie. Man, when it's like right here, I can't click it. And then if I scroll too far down, you start seeing people's emails and stuff, and it's just, what a pain. Huge KineMaster logo. You don't see that often. Okay, all right, 5 seconds of green screen, I'm already gone, just so you know. That is too much. I'm lost. I don't even know what I'm watching. I'm out of here. Okay. And then we've got... Oh, wow. I'm glad I already left. Okay. So cut up to 14 seconds. Get rid of everything in the beginning there. Intros do not work on YouTube. They used to. It used to be like a flex. Now it's a terrible retention tactic because people leave. There's two, like, the video autoplays. So as people scroll through, say they search for something related to your video and they see green, they're not going to give you a chance. They're out. They're done. If they see a long intro, an intro that's longer than 1 second, I'm scrolling again. I'm out. So please do not do that. You're like killing your retention already. All right, Five Nights at Freddy's, Fazbear's Revisited, keep the door shut. Okay, I'm just wondering what's special about this compared to all the others out there. What are you doing different? That, I hope you're asking yourself that. Like, what am I doing different from everybody? Like, why would people click on mine more than anybody else? Because I don't think it's an animated mascot that's different. You really got to have something that you offer. revised. Yeah, revised. I said revisited. No, that says revisited. This says revised. Okay, well, just so you know, it's probably wrong. 4 with King Bonnie. I'm sorry, there's just like nothing special about it. I'd recommend making like, if there's some stakes or there's a challenge or you're telling a story, or if it's just gameplay, if all you're doing is just playing the game, which is fine, that's what like big game players do, right? Then feature something that is special about the video, like what happened during the video, because there are so many game players out there. That's what I would do. But when we go into, let's just check this out and see what's working, just as a fair shake here. Let me put revisited instead of revised. So it's that exact thumbnail, but with you in it, or your PNG thingy. Everybody's using a very similar thumbnail, and they're not working. Yeah, see, this right here is interesting to me, because it's pointing something out about the game, something that probably happened in their gameplay, that they're like, oh, I bet he's not really sleeping, he's fake sleeping, and they made that the thumbnail. That is something special that they're doing. 564,000 views. Okay, that's different. They're doing something different. So that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, and I don't see a whole lot going on about this, so get to it. Okay, let's go back to non-gaming. Yep, there we go. For 46. This right here. Come on. Why is this song constantly stuck in my head? It is killing me. Pretty little baby. It's awful. It's freaking awful. Oh, now you're saying it's boring? Dude, then leave. Get out. You ain't gonna stay around. Okay. Enter Milan players crying sad scene pack with and without AECC 4K 60 frames per second. I say it that way and it sounds ridiculous, but this is the kind of stuff that people are searching for, so I know why it's there. I don't understand what it is though. A scene pack? I'm seeing Topaz, which is very odd. Are you just showing a bunch of like sad players like on a green screen or something? Is that what's going on? Captures the most emotional and heartbreaking moments after their Champions League final loss. Watch players like visible pain and disappointment. Perfect for use. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's exactly what it is. It's a scene pack. I would probably show like multiple clips in one thumbnail to say, hey, this is what you're getting, because right now I'm not so sure Topaz and After Effects, like I'm not so sure that that's the angle. What does like scene packs get you? Scene packs. I'm just wondering if they show like multiple in their thumbnails. AECC. Maybe I'm like lost at what AECC is. Yeah, see, look at this. It's like showing multiple. Yeah, that's what I would do. Okay. Yep, I would try that. Show multiple. It doesn't seem like it's not something that I've seen really a whole lot before, but if you show a bunch of different like clips, maybe even overlap them with like a little drop shadow or whatever, that's solid. If you're offering them as transparent, as MOVs, as green screens or whatever, just show what you're giving, because people would be interested in that. Okay, back to gaming. We're 25. What is AECC? I'm assuming it's After Effects and then closed caption. I don't know what CC is, but I just assumed that it was a video pack that people use to edit. So that's that. and Topaz's plugin for After Effects. At least that's what I remember it as. I've made a noob Cybot trailer like NRS would never. NRS. Okay, these are cool. I wonder why the size difference though. Okay. I'm not so sure what that is. 694.24 over 45 hits. What is that? I've made a noob Cybot trailer like NRS would never. Oh, come on, Ray William Johnson. You know, I think that this image that you've got going on here, this is confusing me, but I also don't know. 694 is the damage, okay, but it's a trailer. Oh, it's a, okay, I get it. I guess, I don't know, like it's a cinematic type trailer that you're making, which is really cool. Maybe if you're gonna A/B test these, I would probably try one from like the cutscenes a little bit. All that said, this what you've got going on here, I couldn't really tell that it was people fighting in the background. I don't know why it's like so low res, but yeah, I could. Oh, he's like holding him, right? All right, so these little details are like so small that I'm never gonna see him on a phone. If they were brought forward, like the fight was brought forward, and he wasn't like the main foreground asset, then I would kind of understand, but it's pretty noisy. I just don't get it as far as like what's going on in the background. If there's a way to clean that up, I think you've got enough assets. Or elements. I think you've got enough in there, and it's done tastefully. I think it's fine, but yeah, this might confuse some people. I mean, like people like me, stupid people that aren't seeing it. See, this is cleaner, but there's more going on. It's still a little tough. Yeah, I can't really help you on that one so much. If I was going at it personally, I would do like one scene. I probably wouldn't focus so much on the damage, but more about like what I'm showing in the trailer. An amazing shot or something along those lines. If you've got him doing a fatality, punching through somebody or whatever, then in that like mid-shot fatality, then you can put the damage, 45 hits, whatever, then it makes sense to me. But because I couldn't see the background, because it's so noisy, I can't. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. It's a really cool idea, though. Just a little noisy. Number 8. Jace Herod. Okay. Let's see here. Drawing on an egg. I tried to draw on an egg. That's exactly what you tried to do. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. This is so unique and its own thing. I don't really know what to do, like what advice to give you, besides bringing the egg up close and blurring what's on it. Like, not blur, but mosaic blur. I'll show you what I mean. Just, I don't even know what you call it, but it's more like the blocky sensor, you know? It's just mosaic is what it's called. So here, I'll just like make it for you real quick. This is what I would do. So however you draw the hand, I would like make it come up closer, you know what I mean? where you're holding the egg like this, up close, and then we're gonna do the blur, which would probably need sharpening first. Let me sharpen it, because it's just like drawn with a pencil, so it's kind of like wiped off. Sharpen it, add some texture, add some clarity just to make it pop out. Yep, something like that. Okay. All right, pixelate, mosaic. Then we're gonna increase the size here. And I will get rid of this, sort of, so you can kind of see what's going on the egg a little bit. I don't know. I would try to like, yeah, I would try to do that. Maybe something along these lines would work too, just blurring the whole egg. But yeah, I wouldn't show what's actually on the egg, so people have to watch to see like how it worked out for you. You drew on an egg. Was the drawing good? I don't know, but it's probably not something that you want to show in your thumbnail. So hopefully that helps you, Jace. Very cool drawings. Very cool. That was non-gaming. We can do gaming now. Thanks for sticking around, buddy. See you everywhere. Down. FIFA? Good God. If I get scared, then the horror game switches. Okay, you know, the start of your video looks more interesting than your thumbnail, in my opinion. Like, your thumbnail definitely has it catches my eye. It doesn't really do the other 3 C's, or the other 2 C's. So the 3 C's of thumbnail stuff, good thumbnail, catch the eye, create curiosity, and convey the idea. And this does the first one. It catches the eye, but does it convey the idea that if he gets scared, the horror game switches? No, it's just a scary face that says why for some reason. Does it create curiosity? Maybe a little bit, like if you want to click to see some gore or something. But like, it saying why, it doesn't make me understand what this is, or why I'd be curious in the first place. So you reacting to something in this case makes so much more sense. And there was one moment like right at the beginning that seemed just, hold on, this reaction right here is like perfect in my opinion. Like, you cut out of your background, like jumping back with the face that comes in from the top. That's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail that does it for me. It gets the idea across. And if you wanted to, you could make it this face that comes in instead. And so it shows that you're afraid, and it's, yeah. All right. Because at least that conveys the idea that this is a let's play, like with stakes in it, right? Because otherwise, I'm not really sure what this is. But if I see you getting scared, then I'm like, oh, okay, like, I know to expect some gameplay. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. That's what I would do if I... were you. World of KRS. I think I've seen this one before. I've definitely seen this one before. Met Gala 2025. Okay, what if my original contents attended the Met Gala? Okay. And sometimes there's not much I can give you, and I think this is one of those cases. This is your original character stuff. It goes from like your normal whatever they wear to like them at the Met Gala. I'm sorry, it seems like you're doing everything you should. It's just, are people interested or not? That's really where it's at. There's not really so much. I guess you could like blur it a little bit like you tried with these. Let's see which ones really pop for you. Feel bad not being able to. White manga got hacked. What does? Okay, so that's a news thing. Art Discord server tier list. So that's the value is obvious there. It's judging art servers. Why Pinterest is bad for new artists. That's curiosity. People want to know. Okay, so it's just a topic thing. I think it's really good. I like it. It kind of gives me the that's a different version of it, but yeah, it looks like a magazine sort of. But the other one, in my opinion, you know what? I don't know. I like that one because it looks like a magazine. So I'm not sure which one I like more, but this one's easier to understand. But if you made it look like it's on a magazine, that would be pretty cool too. But yeah, it's just about the topic. If people are into it or not, there's not so much I can give you anymore. I apologize. Let's move back to gaming. I mean, you could always start a different channel and submit more thumbnails on that, but like it is what it is. I still highly recommend you keep at it. Because there are some crazy ideas, like the Joyride candy one. I really love that idea. I think that can be done very well. Things like it. This person did not do a video link, so we're gonna move on. I don't know why I refreshed it. Number 44. Just a reminder, you gotta send video links. Because otherwise I don't know what thumbnail to look at. Let's try. Why is this? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that one. Sorry. Some things, some topics I just can't cover. I'm not supposed to. So, is what it is. Sorry. Okay. All right. Hey, it's cool that you said no problem, Karasu. I appreciate you understanding. Because you know what that title was. That's just not something I'm allowed to do. But I appreciate you. Finding the best Roblox game. It did look fine. That thumbnail did look fine from this tiny little square that I saw. Finding the best Roblox game. All right. I could see that. Interesting. Not exactly what I thought you should show, but it is a good idea. Game 1, game 100. You know, when you do a half and half, there's like an element of, there's an impression that things improve. And so this one, what if, like, it's believable that game 1 could have been good too. There's like, things improve, things get better or whatever, but you're just like trying to find the best one. So, I don't know. I think if you should, like, the intro is exactly what I was thinking you should show as a thumbnail. And you could rate them all. Probably not the, like, I would get rid of most of the text on them and under them, but just the pictures, I would do like thumb up, thumb down on each of them, like just so people understand that you go through like a bunch of them, right? Just like showing 12 or 16 with your character, I think would be a good idea. That said, this is a fine idea too. It's just, it doesn't give me the impression of how much you go through and what kind of adventure to expect, because maybe number 64 was amazing. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's still good, still very good. All right, non-gaming. We're gonna do questions here shortly, so do the hashtag question. Ask me thumbnail stuff. You know what? Ask me anything about YouTube. IDGAF. song is sad. I'm gonna change it. I still like that one. Okay, Luke Leroy. What? Alright, so it's doing this warning. I probably... hold on, let me click it real quick off screen. Why? Dude, this looks like so crazy though. I'm sorry I'm not showing you guys. Is it because it's dangerous? Oh, okay. Okay, it shows blood, that's why. They had like super glued each other's backs to each other, and they were playing around with a barbecue, and it's like Jackass stuff, you know, from MTV. But the thumbnail was really, really cool in my opinion. I don't know. It's interesting. It's not something I've seen before, but the super glue barbecue like logo thing, it looks like it's getting in the way of what you're wanting to show. And so at a quick glance, if you could put you guys on the right side of it, and I don't know why it's not showing, sorry guys. If you could put yourself on the right side of it to show you on the tarp and like the grill or whatever, and super glue barbecue, I don't know, just I would try that. Super glue barbecue seems much more like a title to me. So I don't know. The arrested thing seems like it should be in the thumbnail itself. Just my thought. But it's still crazy. It's still crazy. Nickelodeon shows Double Dare, Wild or Crazy. Yeah. It's got the vibes for sure. That is the first time I've had that come up. I've been doing this for over a year now. That's the first time I've seen that specific warning live. I've seen it before off live, off stream. Okay, let's do the questions then. Let's get them questions. Oh wait, let's do this. Thank you for the gift of memberships. I appreciate it. Oh, oh wow. Thank you so much, Call Me Saber. Hopefully you get picked again. Sorry about that situation there. How important is it for thumbnails to keep the same vibe? It's not. I recommend just experimenting with as many different styles as you can until you find something that works. Does neon text perform better than non-neon text? There's no like there's no data that proves that, but it has to have like good contrast over what's going on behind it. Neon usually pops really well over dark backgrounds. Like the light next to me could have a neon vibe if it wasn't in front of such a bright background. So if I had blue glowing neon in front of a big green background, no, it would not perform better than black text over that green background because the lack of contrast. So, no, just a short answer. What's the thing behind you next to the light bar? What thing? This is a light. This is a light. There's two on the other side that are lights. This right here is a light. And then this down here is a light for my legs. So it's all lights and then a giant green wall. I have a daily live stream. Should I create a new thumbnail every day or week? A daily stream? I don't know. If you want to spice it up, you could probably do every week. I wouldn't, if I was doing daily live streams, I would, if I was gonna change them, I'd probably theme them up a little bit. But yeah, every week or so. If you're not doing anything different, like if you're out fishing or bird watching or whatever you do, then yeah, every week sounds cool. You could do every month if you really wanted to. I just don't burden yourself with it because yeah, yeah, don't overthink it. You're completely lost. I'm sorry, dude. Hopefully you get picked. For gaming thumbnails, do you think being simple is better than more eye-catching? Uh, it depends on how simple you mean, but I think that uh, it's not an either or. They both need to be present. You need to be simple and eye-catching. Um, so there's no, it's not better, right? You being simple can create something eye-catching, but being too busy cannot catch people's eye. Like if there's a lot of different pieces of text going on, then that can be neither, right? So I think eye-catching is the result of being simple rather than them competing with each other. As a new creator, how can I improve impressions? The way to improve impressions is to create content. The more that you put out there, the the more YouTube tries. Okay, and every time it'll give you impressions, and then it'll stop for a while, and it'll wait on more content. It learned all it could from that one piece, so try another, and it'll learn more about you, and you keep doing that until it's like, I know exactly who will like this video, and then it finally knows your audience, and you will get all the impressions. I thought the answer was for. It's okay. As a new creator, oh, do A/B testing increase our impressions if we did it on flatline videos? Can it revives it? Okay, A/B testing doesn't increase impressions. It gives you get the same impressions, but each thumbnail gets half the impressions. At least that's my understanding of it, which is why I don't recommend using A/B testing. I recommend doing it yourself. But that's on me. I don't represent vidIQ or anybody else by saying that. That's just I don't use it. If I want to try two different ones, I switch them out within 24 hours just to see who responds more. But that's only when the impressions are kicking. Eventually, after a day or two or three, the impressions will stop if the video isn't performing so well. And if it's on a flat line and you try a new thumbnail, the way it works is like the impressions is a faucet. And as soon as you upload a video, YouTube turns on the faucet and it starts to close it. After about 2 or 3 days, it's down to a trickle. Beep, beep, beep. And every drip is one impression. And so in 3 months, you change your thumbnail and one of those drips, it's like, oh, okay, that's a new thumbnail, or that thumbnail catches this impression's eye, and then they watch your video, they watch it all the way through, and then YouTube takes notice, and they start to raise that tap just a little bit to where 2 come in every now and then. And if they both have the same reaction, then YouTube reopens that tap. It does happen. It's kind of rare, but it does happen, and that's why people talk about it. I'd recommend making new content. Make more content. That's always the answer. What do you suggest for short film channels as thumbnails? Either you go out of your way to like make it a picture for the short film, or you use a screen cap from the film, the most enticing screen cap you possibly can. Since you're doing short films, you don't necessarily have to do text on it, but you can. I'm trying to think, who was that? There's a short film artist, Pony Smasher. No, that's not it. And I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's Pony Smasher. Go look out Pony Smasher and check out his short film channel, and you can see like how he does his thumbnails for like lights out, and that's what I recommend. Should I market my YouTube channel as a supplement to the news channel or as a resource for all car renters who use peer-to-peer platforms? Uh, I created a newsletter for my rental car guests, okay? And this YouTube channel to host videos to supplement the newsletter. Okay. Um, and so, should I market my YouTube channel as a supplement to the news channel or as a resource for all? I would do it as all, okay? The you might be focused on your newsletter first, but your channel is the potential for that channel to be a giant funnel is huge. And if you focus so much on the newsletter, then you're only going to get so much through your funnel. Like, I would recommend expanding that funnel, and then like the newsletter will follow suit. Like, it's start with the top of the funnel. That's your channel. Okay, that's my opinion on it. If one of your thumbnails does good and gets views every day, but every other video is different, how can I implement what's working and what's not working to help other videos do better? I'll answer with something that just happened to me. I have my own personal channel, and it was getting, I'm going to show it real quick. Every video that I was putting out was getting 1 million to 10 million views or whatever, right? And then this one gets 27 million. And I am so confused as to why that one did so well. I was too close to it. I went through all of my videos, and some of them are great or whatever, but none of them ever passed that 20 million mark, and I had to figure out why that one was so special. I couldn't do it. I gave it to ChatGPT. I'm like, what's up with this video? The only way to do this is to give it to somebody else. They have a fresh mind, a fresh brain, fresh eyes, whatever. As soon as I showed it to my friend Foyer in Discord, he immediately pointed out why it did better. And I'm like, oh my god, it is so obvious. I kind of had an inkling, but as soon as I heard him say it, I immediately put what his advice was to work, and I guarantee that my next ones are going to do just as well. So all you got to do is just show the bad ones to other people, or show them all. Give them the full picture and ask, why does this one work better than these? You'll be surprised what you learn. It's all about perspective. That's why streams like this work so well. All about perspective. All my... Wait, hold on. What's going on here? Did I... There we go. I was like, where's the music? All my competitors use the same style thumbnail, but I'd like to stick out a little. However, the thumbnails already have many elements. Ideas. Why would you limit... Why does the amount of elements matter? You can't change the style, or... That's a tough question. I'm not sure what it means. They use the same style thumbnail, but I'd like to stick out a little. However, the thumbnails already have many elements. Well, if they have too many elements, I'd recommend reducing the amount of elements. 2 to 3 at most. You got a person, you got a piece of text, you got an item, something along those lines. And to stick out, I mean, it might be, if you have a simpler, easier to understand thumbnail, you can stick out, or you can use different colors, that sort of thing. Sorry, you might need to rephrase the question for me to understand more what the context is there. Do you know of cases where going back and simply changing a thumbnail spices up this video's performance without uploading new content? I already answered the question. Basically, it's how the impressions work, the faucet thing. Like I said at the end of that, it's rare. It does happen. There have been a few cases, but it's really rare. Simply changing your thumbnail is much less powerful than just uploading a new piece of content. And I can't pull out specific cases if that's what you're asking for. I just don't have any examples on hand. Never happened to me before. Should my thumbnail be simple or complex? Are you joking? Simple. Simple it up. As simple as it can be while still understandable. Okay? Cool. I don't think I can do this 2-second countdown. Let me see if it shows the right thing. It does. I don't know if you guys will hear it, but we can do the 2-second. Yeah. It's just the applause starts every time it comes back. Yay, Minecraft. Okay, 1 sec. There's so many things. Okay, I just want to make sure the applause doesn't continue happening. Okay. Oh, somebody wanted the speed run. You know what? I'll do speed run at the end. We can do that. Let's jump into this situation. There's the playlist. Cool. All right. Oh yeah, I can't show you. That's the whole point. All right, so let me bring this one up. Yeah, you know what? I think everybody will get more out of this if I do a speed run. Yeah, I'll do a speed run, but hey, everybody guess what this is about. While I get the speed run ready. Sims? It might be. It might be Sims. Sims. Everybody says Sims. Is it Sims? Let's see. It is Star Stable. Yeah. Star Stable, which I've never seen. It does kind of look like Sims characters, but yeah. All right. So anyway, that doesn't say anything against this because people that are searching for Star Stable know what these characters look like. It's just probably not a very popular game. So this is what they were looked like when they were old. This is the new version. They're starting over. I get it. We're starting over. Cool. Like you're restarting your characters. The only advice that I could give on this one is just kind of showing like something along these lines where you're young, you're starting over. It might be an alternative way to go. I think you've probably nailed it, but yeah, that's really all I got for that. It's an outlier. You're doing really well. I probably wouldn't mess with it, but if you wanted to try something, you could. Okay, I'm gonna open a buttload of stuff. That one was gaming. Let me upload grab non-gaming real quick. Non-gaming. That one is so obviously not something I'm gonna open. Sorry, I'm opening a ton. Today's the 11th? That's right, yeah. Okay, let's do this. All right, this is non-gaming. All right, how to make video games for absolute beginners. Every now and then I'll come across a thumbnail that destroys anything I could make, and this is one of those situations. I got nothing for you, man. This is way better than anything I could do, and you get the idea across how to game dev. I mean, the text itself isn't very contrasty with the colors behind it. It's still readable. I think that matching your vibe was more important here, as long as you could still read it. So I'm sorry, I got nothing for you. That is a very, very cool thumbnail, and it's growing. I bet this video does super duper well. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, text might be hard to read, but it's its own thing. Wildlife of the wetlands. All right, first, good call, like matching the intro with the thumbnail here. I'm not so sure people understand what the image is. So, like, with context, I didn't really get it, but this I would. Wow, what a beautiful shot, right? Maybe like a shot where its butt isn't in the camera, but oh wow, dude, why wasn't that a thumb? Like, if you actually see its face, that would have been an amazing thumbnail. Yeah, I would try something more along these lines because the context is easy to understand. Like, it's beautiful and they know exactly what to expect. I bet that would perform much better. Oh wow, look at this. Yeah, dude. Wait, weren't you the one that was struggling with thumbnails? Yeah. This might look cool aesthetically, but it gives no context to like the wildlife because people don't immediately recognize what that is. But they do with the deer, right? So just like the other person, if you just want to show somebody like, hey, do you know what this video is about? Or like, what was your favorite? Ask them what their favorite part of the video was. Feature that as your thumbnail. Because my favorite part would probably be the shots of the deer. That's awesome. Even a shot like this showing a raccoon is like more, I can kind of understand it visually better than that. So ignore the whole matching the intro thing. That I would use the deer. Hopefully that helps you, man. Very, very cool idea. Matching symbol, let's get lucky, blah 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 blah. Is this gambling? Yeah. I think it's gambling. I don't think I can talk about gambling. Anyway, there's way too much going on that thumbnail. Tough to understand. But yeah, can't talk about gambling. All 17 Superman suits ranked worst to best. Is it a tier list or just talking? Okay, cool. So what I'd do is I would show all the Supermans, all suits ranked. I got nothing. Very, very good thumbnail. You showed exactly what you should be showing. Maybe pull the all suits ranked down just a little bit. It might cut off as well, like when YouTube does the round crop, but I like it, man. I think it's cool. I would try maybe a different background color, but like a more yellow would make the blue pop. And then I would up the saturation on the blue of their suits. It would all pop then, in my opinion. Yeah, yellow and blue, they pop. Extremely lucky opening on Superfest. Is this also gambling? What is happening? Super rare battle cats. Rare capsules. Oh, it's not. Wait, I don't know what it is, actually. Is it? It looks like a game. Yeah, I'm sorry. This was not in the gaming thing. Yeah, this one's different. Sorry, I don't know what this is. I wish I could help. Well, anyway, this little area is tough to see what's going on. Maybe show the characters up close a little bit. Legend rare, legend rare. Like, if these were cards, I would show a card. It looks like the game picks something in a way. Like, I would show one of these graphics or something. Simplify it by showing one of these graphics. Oh, Uber super rare. Okay, that guy must be important, right? So maybe show him as a thumbnail. And your reaction is totally fine. But yeah, that's what I would do. You're not behind, here's why. Society is wrong. Okay. I just text. Society is wrong. It's a spiky point of view, but I don't know what it's about. You're not behind, here's why. I also don't know what that's about. Maybe it's about life or something. Maybe be a little more specific about what you're talking about, because this is very vague. And then if you're gonna do this like advice over game footage thing, it's worth it to go out of your way to try to wrap up the the message you're making into the game graphics somehow. Kind of how that dude, I can't remember his name now, but how he does the Sonic advice. Man, I wish I could remember his name. But he plays Sonic and gives advice over it, and it's awesome. It should be more specific. Yeah, for sure. 1 month with a broken back. Dude. Okay. First month with a broke back. All right. It looks like your friend is watching you and he disapproves of what's going on with the thumbs down. You in the hospital is powerful. You over there is a little tough to see what's going on. Maybe bring yourself closer. The hands thing is in the way of everything. And it's like so dark that I don't understand what's going on anyway. First month with a broken back, I would get rid of that text. 1 month with a broken back is fine in the title. Anything that you can do to bring yourself closer here and highlight your back brace, that's what I would do. Get rid of this guy, get rid of this text, keep the day 1, day 30, and yeah, bring yourself closer. That would be a good vlog shot. And I don't know, change the red, or change day 30 to yellow, just to see if like there's a little bit of improvement. I don't know if that's the vibe you're going for. Okay, just a little busy on that one. Pepper Guru, what's up? Hell yeah. 30 years of pepper seedling mistakes to avoid. Pepper sprout, pepper. That's good. Okay, I love how creative the thumbnail is. If I were, I mean, this is just me picking it apart. It's a 100 times outlier, 21,000 views. 30 years of pepper seedling mistakes to avoid. The only thing that I would try is to feature the most common mistake as the thumbnail. Like, it's however you can visually represent the most common mistake that people are like, are you serious? Like the most shocking one, I would do that. And that usually highlights like a spiky point of view or something like that. But yeah, I think that this is clever too. So it's cute, man. I like it. But that's what I would try. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Everybody go check out Pepper Guru. He's legit. Exploring that one. Makokeda Caves State Park. Free car camping, Iowa. Free car camping. Is that like is that a niche, free car camping, or is it just a detail that doesn't matter? Car camping. It's in the thumbnail too. I guess maybe it's caves, ferry ride, car camping. Okay. So this is a pretty popular mistake that gets made when it comes to vlogs. They try to put everything that happens in the vlog in the thumbnail, and what happens is you're trying to give too much that people aren't interested in anything. But if you feature like one highlight, like the caves only, then people click to see that and they get to experience the story as well. So if anything, I would show the caves, or show the most interesting thing that you found. Like that's really what I would try to feature, because right now you're just showing your dog in a car, and if that's car camping, then it doesn't look like camping to me. But I mean, I guess that could be considered car camping. Either way, yeah, it doesn't look like a highlight to me, and so that's just why I would probably focus on the caves, especially since it's like you're exploring the Caves State Park. That's what I would do. And then they get a bonus, you know, car camping. This is the vibe, car camping. That's what I would show if you were talking about car camping, something like that. Yeah, just think, what would people want to see? You know, how would you get the idea across? Okay, we're gonna do gaming now. Gaming rapido. I'm just gonna select a bunch. Y'all can talk amongst yourselves. That is a short. We don't do them shorts. Come on. This is gaming. Man, this dude submitted 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Goodness, 7 times. Yo, we're gonna have to friggin' limit this sometimes. I didn't click him because he submitted too many times. He said no. Wow, they submitted way more than I thought. Okay, I've got several picked. Apologies for the wait. Get through these. Trying to drag it up. There we go. Let's do giveaway tool. All right. Okay, so this Steam horror game has 0 players, and for good reason. All right, that's a great title. Let's see what this is. Turn that down. This, I can't tell what this is at all. I can kind of see the word still here, but definitely if I'm scrolling through my phone, I won't be able to see that. Yeah, you picked the wrong image to show, in my opinion. That one provides no context either. I can't tell what it is. Kind of looks like a snake, maybe, jumping at you. Oh, if I kind of look down, I don't know. I'm wrong, I think. There it is down here too. All right, you need to show something that provides enough context to where a human can understand it without knowing the game. All right, I have a feeling that all the views you have gotten so far, people have searched for this game. And like every area that I click, I can kind of understand what's going on besides your thumbnail. So take that into consideration. And you can pick the same thing if something happened, like a crazy highlight, you can pick that and like add text to give context of what happened to you, but this is just not enough. Okay. All right, let's move on to Bodie Morgan. This is supposed to be gaming, but just so you know, because he asked earlier, this is kind of what I would do for short film thumbnails. It's pretty cool. If you can show something that seems crazy and scary or whatever, then like anything that makes a human emotionally react is the way to go. And so you peeking out of a door, maybe not so interesting emotion-wise. Just something to focus on. Ernest the Chicken, we already picked this one. Sorry, I just randomly click them, so sometimes we have repeats. Free Fire something experience. Okay. Ghost Animator. It's Fortnite. Okay, so I would pick some Fortnite imagery. That's what I would do. Because that's what works for Fortnite. With this guy in the way, your logo in the way, which you should never be doing, it's hard to tell what's going on, especially with the graphics over what looks like something peak, I guess, because I think that's the map. So if anything, I would probably trash this whole thumbnail and go for more gameplay imagery like this. Slither.io, but I help noobs get massive. It's a great intro. It's just like nice. To the point. Okay, let's see how it's doing. Before 10 size, after 10,000 size. I honestly wonder if you could make this guy so much bigger, like graphically. Just like, he might look like that in the game, just like from a screen cap, because I can see that the hexagons behind him are much smaller, so the proportions work out correctly. But if you make the hexagons the same size as the left side, then his face is gonna be huge. And so that gives a better vibe, a better idea of like how big this dude actually is. That's what I would do. That said, it's 100 times outlier. You might not even need to change it. I mean, if it's still growing right now, you could make that change and it would be very small. Like, it would just be a super small change. But yeah, that's what I would do. I wonder if... Hold on. I just wonder if that's like how much bigger that is now. Just out of my own curiosity here. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a quick mask so we can I mean the 10,000 is gonna grow with it too. I just want to see. So that seems to be about the same size. There we go. So it would be more like that, I guess, and then you'd have the 10,000 over it, since these are like the same size. Yeah, I think that might make a better impact, in my opinion. Obviously with the text, though, right? So, that's what I would try. All right, moving on. Borderlands Challenge Playthrough Episode 2 Edited. Not sure why you said edited. If you edited the video, you don't need to say it's edited. No, nobody says that. But Krusty versus Guy. This guy. Shooty Mc something or other. Okay. I would try to do something interesting. You're playing through it, and that's fine and all. I see this death counter or whatever. If that's some stakes that are going on in this, maybe that's something like, why? Just ask yourself, why are people watching you more than others? What do you have to offer, and then feature that in your packaging. When I don't have super specific advice, I'm just gonna say that probably. Yeah, I'm not so sure I would have stuck around past the intro there, the DJ thing. It's 5 seconds long. Yeah, if I'm not seeing car stuff within like the first 5 seconds, I'm out. So I would trim up that intro. It's a cool thumbnail though. I like it. Is that what the game looks like? Yeah. All right. F125 breaking point. Blah 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 blah. Cockpit view. Yeah. There's. I would get rid of all those hashtags in the title. Yeah, because you do it down here. Oh my god, please tell me. Okay, I thought you were gonna hashtag stuff down there, but you didn't. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you might want to write a description, like what this game or what this video has to offer, because otherwise there's nothing there. Yeah, I think the thumbnail matches. I would probably shorten up that title a little bit, but I think it's fine. Just like I said before, what are you doing in it differently than anybody else? Because there's always one guy that only does like basic gameplay, and it's super like 8K high quality, and nobody's gonna watch anybody but them, especially if it's a non-commentary. Every hit is death. Every hit is death. Okay. Hardest difficulty. All right. Well, one thing I can see is the difficulty has like not very good contrast to the background, whereas the white does. The white with the outline, it looks good. It pops off the background, but the difficulty, the color's too close to the tan. Orange and tan don't really contrast very well together. That said, I'm not so sure what is super interesting about this. Every hit is death, but use a hardest difficulty. Maybe try near. Let me see what else they got here. It might just be that you're not doing anything super amazing with this just yet. Gameplay walkthrough. There's people rating, people talking about it. Yeah, every hit is death. I guess that like that's your own thing. Every hit is death. Maybe if you're showing like the amount of deaths that happen, like give them a reason to know that this is not super easy besides just saying that it's hard difficulty. Like show them the stakes. Show us the stakes in the thumbnail. Right now it's just like you guys are about to fight, but yeah, that's what I would try. Okay. Hopefully that helps a little bit. This strategy gives you a huge advantage on Enlightened Horizon for build orders. Let's see here. Map guide, Enlightened Horizon. It doesn't look like you're offering stuff. It also seems like you're trying to force your mascot in there any way you possibly can. And I guess it's working for you a little bit. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. You're not really in the way, so that's up to you. Map guide, Enlightened Horizon. I don't know really which one's the best beside. This right here, this map here, makes me think that you have something of value to offer. If that's exactly what the map looks like in the game, then maybe circle something on it to show like, hey, I'm talking about something specific here. You need to watch to figure out what it is. That's usually what I see work. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. I mean, it seems like you already got a good handle on it. It's doing pretty well. 1,200 views. If I knew more about the game, I feel like I could help more, but yeah. Showing the map, it definitely makes me think I'm going to leave this video with something actionable rather than just showing all this stuff. I'm not exactly sure what this is trying to get across. Okay. I won the jackpot, but something. Drive Beyond Horizons 8. That's an interesting start. Massive thank you to all the channel members. You know, this makes me feel like I'm not a part of this, and I don't want to be. I often wonder if that pushes other people away, because you're not really a part of the community. I mean, it's not really interrupting anything, but I wonder what the performance is like if you put that at the end rather than the beginning. Because I see it a lot at the end of things, but the beginning is bold. I won the jackpot, but what is it? So, you're showing something jackpot related. Horizon Rush Spin. I guess it's doing fine. This is a game that I've never even heard of. But you're showing probably something that a lot of people know what that looks like, or it's like super rare and they finally get to see it. 14 times outlier. I wouldn't change anything. I don't like your text. I think that the blue outline around the pink is just like not great. Let me take a look at the Drive Beyond Horizons thing and tell you why it's better. Their text beyond, because I know that that's probably the vibe you're going for. Okay, I know why that one's fine. Okay, so it's because it's over black, or it's over darkness. Okay, so they have this like glow over black, and so it provides this neon feel, this pink or the blue, and the glow out over black, it really, really works. But over light, it does not. And the outline, the blue, and it doesn't feel right. They even like try to put the black in the PNG. So, that said, just the pink and the blue, they don't have a great contrast with each other. I'd recommend just picking one. Obviously, the pink is brighter, it pops more, but I would try that. The blue outline is just not doing it. And you can always try the Horizons thing, white over pink, like a white text over the pink background. That always looks great. Yeah, that has its own background and it works, but it doesn't pop over the background. I can see it on this one too. That's why I brought it up. Yeah, it's just Not the greatest, but you do you, okay? All right, yeah, let's go ahead and do the giveaway tool. We're gonna do, what are we hashtagging today? Is that your face in your videos? Is your face in your videos telling the jokes? Oompa Loompa, okay. Hashtag Oompa Loompa. Let's do it. Make it super difficult for everybody. Oh man, it gets so freaking warm in here. I have an air conditioner. I don't even know if it comes through the microphone when I turn it on. But can you hear that? It makes it like so nice in here. You can't hear it? Interesting. Cool. All right. Word. Yeah. Please review. Yeah, you're the dude that submitted like 8 times. I'm not gonna. If you get drawn, I'll review you. But you submitted way too many times. You tried to game the system, and now the game is pushing back. Gamer himself. Let's check it out. That's himself. Take a look at these thumbnails. The darkness thing is difficult to see over certain backgrounds, as you can see the true darkness. If anything, if you could put just a little drop shadow over that, it would help it pop up. Like this right here, I can't even see it over the farmer because it's so bright. But over dark backgrounds, it works. So if you could put your own dark background, even a black box would help it pop out more than just putting the PNG over. The dooms are interesting. You're showing like really aesthetically cool things, but I'd try to show something that happens specifically to you. Why are people watching you more than anybody else? Yeah. Okay, it's edits. All right, so man, yeah, you're doing Let's Plays. Like something happens in each of these streams or Let's Plays that is so funny or so crazy or whatever that I would try one, right? You're doing so much content, you might as well try one. So that's what I would do. Try to feature it in the thumbnail somehow. Ba ba bow, ba ba bow. He said, "Heard." Word. Angelic Vibe Daily. Okay. We can try, but I can't guarantee we'll go with it. We will not go with it. It's religion. Are you worshiping the wrong Jesus? Yeah, sorry, we don't do religious stuff, and it looks like it's AI religious stuff, which is like somehow more controversial in my opinion. All right, let's roll again. Sorry, no politics, no religion, no gambling, and no R-rated content. We'll just say that. Retired gaming. We can take a look at the channel. We already picked them, but we can look at the channel real quick. Well, do do do. Tired channel. There we go. It's the one. Okay. Already corrected that thumbnail. It looks so much better. Seriously. You might have been A-B'ing it too, and I might have just only seen the one kind. But yeah, you're probably A-B'ing it because this one looks a lot better. For sure. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, these are all like nice and simple. I like your thumbnails. I think they're fine. I think the the font that you're using is perfect. It's just sometimes the images just are tough to see, to really understand. Why did this one do so well? Let's figure that out. Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 mini event, full cinematic, and how to unlock it. Oh, you're offering information. Like, here's how you do something. That's why it did so well. So a lot of people care about the value you offer, and a lot of people don't consider just gameplay value or just talking about something because there are so many other people that do it that they already know, like, and trust. So it's tough to break into this scene. All that said, I think you're doing great. I think that you're showing the right things, and it's just gonna take some time. Moving on. Hey, Swamp Rat, the Crickets podcast guy. Yeah. Get out. They're like, join our 100K special. Dude, nobody cares. Get out. Nobody cares. Like, this is the wrong way to promote. Like, do you just want to annoy people? I'm looking for channels. I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. What did it look like? I guess it's a popular name. Yeah. Guy in red. Wow, that's a popular name. Sometimes this happens, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, I'm sorry, dude. It's a very popular name. That sucks. The only thing we can ever recommend is that you just change your YouTube name, but like, to stand out just in general. I'm sorry, I can't find you. Oompa Loompa scared me as a kid. Oh man. Trusty me tech. Where's my mouse? I always have a tough time finding my mouse when the confetti is going wild. Right there. Nobody's got that name. Okay, AI and tech content tutorial, and then a lot of stuff I can't read. Let me just go ahead and translate. You know, all these thumbnails are just a crap load of stuff shoved into a thumbnail. If you were like a person that I could watch and connect to, I might click on one, but man, there's just so many things. There's a language I don't understand. A lot of these seem like they have like zero thought put in behind them because it's just showing a bunch of stuff. Maybe it's like AI videos that you tried to generate and just to try to make money, and nobody ever makes money that way. I mean, very few people make money that way. Google has changed. Like, show Google up close, super close, and GPT up close, and like maybe a versus, and like now I understand. This says stop ask up here. What is that? What is that? Anyway, yeah, I would simplify your thumbnails. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I can't do much more on that one because I can't read. I can read. I swear. Dakota. Wait. Decode Star. Maybe. Decode Star. There you are. Found you immediately. Oh yeah, I remember these thumbnails because I like them. Yeah. Can I beat Schedule 1 without committing a single crime? Man, I don't know. I think I saw this channel and I thought, like, really it just comes down to your ideas that blow this channel up. It seems like every now and then you just have one that is so good, and I would keep up. Like, obviously you're nailing it sometimes, right? So just keep making content. You're gonna continue nailing it, continue building a community, and yeah, that's gonna work for you. I love your style too. I recreated Dragon Ball's hardest challenge in Sparking Zero. I saw so many Sparking Zero videos that did not perform, like, at all. And this is what I mean by saying, like, you make it your own. You create stakes, you create a challenge, you make out a story. Like, why are people watching your Sparking Zero video over others, right? That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Well done. Well done, Dakota. Mino. There you are. I talk about games I can't stop thinking about, mostly Grand Theft Auto. Sweet. Let's take a look at your videos, making sense of games, or at least trying. There's a channel that this is kind of giving me the same vibe. Any Austin is this channel that I've been watching lately, and he just talks about, like, he talks about games in such a way that I just, like, I can eat food and listen to him. Like, where do the rivers start in Red Dead Redemption, or where's all the water coming from in Hyrule or Skyrim, or like where do the birds go in Red Dead Redemption after you scare them away, and he like follows them. Or if you send the dog back to its home in Fallout, does it really go back there? And he follows it, and he like breaks down all this stuff that nobody really thinks about. It's an amazing channel. Any Austin is what it's called. But this has given me those same types of vibes. So if you ever want any inspiration, go check out Any Austin. Me know. Why Grand Theft Auto 6 is more political than you think? Word. A lot of people seem to react to that. I think probably you using trending topics and relating it in Grand Theft Auto is a winner for sure. And not just about politics, but just trends in general. Something to consider. Like the prisoners that escaped in Louisiana. Like, how could you have talked about that with Grand Theft Auto? In what relation? Like, how could you add context to it or whatever? I'm not saying to do anything specific like that, but yeah, that's what you could do. You could. How Grand Theft Auto 6 could make you rich in real life. Interesting, not super topical, almost unbelievable, actually, but interesting nonetheless. I think having the character and the money is fine, but I don't really see a whole lot of money because it's like blowing up in the background. Maybe if you had a character with his money bag and like it equals actual, like a real hand holding money, then immediately I understand it. So that's just something to consider. All right, let's do another one. Yeah, the stream is ending soon. But everybody gets a chance. Let me see what that looks like. A face and a swipe thing, I guess. Did I miss it? It's called The Darshnik. Oh, it added a space. It shouldn't have done that. There we go. Okay. Diving into The Darshnik, exploring philosophy, psychology, literature, and books beyond stereotypes in Hindi. Okay. This is such a niche thing. I don't know. I'm out of my element here. You've got a style too. Honestly, I'd probably keep up with it. You got 18,000 views, 19,000 views. Yeah, I'm not giving you any advice, dude. Whatever you're doing is working. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to understand any of it in your language, but like this is a vibe. You got like person and book. Like this is interesting. It's done super simple, and you're blowing up because of it. 1 month ago, 112,000 views. Yeah, I'm not giving you any advice. You don't belong on this stream. Get out. Ding, ding, boom, boom. Will you have another stream like this soon? Well, I would normally say every Wednesday, but no. Not for much longer. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've only got 3 Wednesdays left. Most Wednesdays it used to be. Nope, this is the 3rd to last. So I've got the 18th and the 25th, and then I will no longer be doing these streams because I will no longer be working for vidIQ. I'm leaving to go do my own thing, and that's why. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I just gotta do my own thing. And I will be back, you know, like I'll be on the podcast, and I'll probably be in live streams and stuff like that, but I won't be like on my own making videos or doing these live streams anymore or anything like that. I don't think I would ever like be able to get away from the vidIQ family. It's just, it is what it is. No. Yeah, sorry guys. That's what vidIQ like fosters the growth of their employees. So like the point is to learn and grow with the company so you can do stuff like this if you so choose. And I mean, that's the mark of a solid company for sure. Your final thing. Yeah, for sure. Gingatron, I can't find you. I'm so sorry. Love you, John. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want to, like, every now and then I'll give advice on Twitter or whatever. You can also follow me on there at Hey John Scott. But I'll be in the Discord and stuff, so it is what it is. Gingatron, I'm sorry I couldn't find you. I really tried. Wait, maybe? Nah. Check John's channel at Hey John Scott. That's where I'm at. You can always add me. Or you could go to discord.gg/JohnScott and join my Discord, because it's there. Right now it's, why did I do that? Right now it's getting a ton of spam because I'm growing like 20,000 subscribers every day. So be careful when you're in there. Okay, drawing again. Yeah, jump into the Discord, the vidIQ Discord. Oh yeah, meme me for sure. Granite State Scratcher. I think I remember seeing this earlier. My channel is my logo. Okay. What is with the freaking gambling stuff? All right, you know what? That's it. I'm in your Discord. Well, okay. I know. Okay. All right. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with this stream. There's so many gambling streams or gambling channels. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, that was the news I was going to tell everybody. This is like my 3rd to last stream, I guess. So, I think the others are going to jump in on my last one, and we're all going to have a good time. So, yep. What is that link? Just, I never... How do you even have my... Okay, yeah. Anyway. Discord.gg/JohnScott is to... Discord.gg/JohnScott. That's it. Or Discord.now. That also works. It just seems like it's more spammy. Discord.now. But that works. Surprisingly. I bought that domain specifically so people would remember it. We appreciate you too. Hope you have a great time there. Yep. Aw, you guys. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out skis until next Wednesday, and then the Wednesday after that, but then never again.